man, it went from 4 and it took us a long time to go to 12. And then there was starting to be some discussions about maybe we would go to 16. And then it's just like 28. The SEC, in simple terms, favors a selection-based model. And so they feel like in a selection-based model, they will get the benefit of the doubt, which is why they support the current model and/or an expansion with more at-large spots. The Big Ten favors a different model, an access-based model, where there are more spots given as automatics, which can expand something like a play-in weekend to try to increase fan base engagement throughout the month of November. More teams would be more relevant for longer into the season than what we have right now. The other two are also going to look out for themselves, but there's a caveat, because you see, in a selection-based model without automatic spots, there's no delineation as to which spots go to which conferences. So there's not an official marker that says, hey, Big Ten and SEC, you get 4 spots, and the Big 12 and the ACC, you get 2. You see, all the Big 12 and the ACC are looking at, and they're saying, we just can't be on paper signing an agreement that says we're less than you. They don't want to do anything that signals or makes official that they are less than the other 2 conferences. So you've got the access-based model that's been floated, and we've talked about it on this program. 4 automatic spots for the Big 2 conferences, 2 automatic spots for the Big 12 and the ACC. You've got the selection-based model going to 16, like 5 automatics plus 11 at-larges from the SEC. And then there's these 2 other conferences, the ACC and the Big 10. And all they're thinking to themselves is, hey, you know what? We can't officially be less than you. So guess what? We're going to favor the selection-based model, because at least we're not putting down on paper that we're not as good as you as a conference. I do think that there are ways that the sport can change for better to achieve the 3 things that I talked about earlier, which are increase the value of the sport, increase fan base engagement and excitement, and stabilize the entity being college football. If you can do those things with changes to the college football postseason, I'm all for it. I think that there are ways to do that. I don't know if we'll get to an agreement. If we don't have a centralized governing body to govern the sport, then we certainly don't have a centralized entity that's helping as a brain trust for the structure of the sport. And we continue to have everybody in the sport looking out for their own self-interest. And that's not a knock. That's what they should do. That's what their jobs are.